history teaches us anything, it's that Americans don't run from trouble. We run towards it.
North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is insisting he will continue his campaign for governor after a news report from CNN revealed his past comments in an online porn forum. In those comments, he identified as a black Nazi, made statements supporting slavery, and said derogatory things about Martin Luther King Jr. He's also discussed his proclivity for watching trans pornography. Robinson has denied all these allegations, but it fits with his history of racist, anti-Jewish, and transphobic comments and policies.
Mr. Robinson?
Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson came onto the political scene in 2018 after a speech he gave on gun rights at the Greensboro City Council.
You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight.
Since then, he's been a fount of colorful remarks.
Let me shut up before I get in trouble.
Now that he's running for governor of the state, his opponent, Josh Stein, has made this clip famous.
The abortion in this country is not about protecting the lives of mothers. It's about killing a child because you aren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down.
But it also reflects his actual policy stance. If Robinson became governor, he would push a total ban on abortions.
It's time for us to stop letting these children be abused at these schools.
And his agenda is also cultural. He wants to restrict what kids here are taught about sexual health, sexuality, and gender identity. Here he is speaking at a Baptist church in late June.
There's no reason anybody anywhere in America should be telling any child about transgenderism, homosexuality, any of that filth. And yes, I called it filth.
Robinson refused to recant this statement after many Democrats in the state called for him to resign.
I'm going to resign. I'm going to resign myself to continue to keep kicking them in the teeth.
With Robinson's support, the North Carolina legislature passed the Parents' Bill of Rights that restricts young people from accessing sexual and gender identity education or changing their names or pronouns without parental consent. In the lead up to that, Robinson led a task force that claimed to be investigating, quote, indoctrination in schools. Though critics said the task force violated state law by not announcing or recording its meetings or creating any record of what they actually did.
They don't believe that your children should be educated. They believe that they should be indoctrinated.
He called it the Facts Task Force. The Facts report claimed that kids were indeed being indoctrinated with critical race theory, so-called white shaming, and sexualization of kids.
You are the soldiers that stand on that hill in this defense.
Robinson's speeches tend to be apocalyptic, with lots of insinuations of violence or direct suggestions of violence to defend what he calls a Christian patriotic nation.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it.
In a recent campaign speech, he implied that Christian patriots should and will have an armed uprising if need be.
The angry and indignant patriots of the United States and North Carolina are going to rein this government back in control.
From North Carolina, this is Lewis Raven Wallace reporting.